Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. But before we start, I just want to let those of you who are connecting from all over the world, I want you please dial down your phone volume. Please reduce your phone volume so that it doesn't interfere with the recording. Okay, you can type your question, you can ask your questions, but please reduce the volume of your phones so that we can record successfully and you can replay it, you can enjoy the recording. So, having said that, on today's podcast, we're going to talk about 5 different money management methods that you can apply. Regardless where and how you get your income, which is from most of us is from our salaries, or it could be from investments, it could be from side hustle, it could be from your business or whatever. However, whichever form you make your money, managing that money is so important so that the money can multiply or can keep multiplying or can multiply in 10-fold, in 20-fold, in 30-fold, in 100-fold for you. Okay? And without understanding these money management methods, which are tied back to budgeting in essence, managing what you have, becomes hard. It's not impossible, but it becomes very hard. That is why you've seen so many celebrities that made millions, hundreds of millions, but some of them are broke today. Why? Simply because they didn't have this knowledge, they didn't have this understanding on how to manage their money, how to manage their finances, and that is why they went from up here to low here. Okay, but you won't experience that because you're not getting the knowledge and the experience that you need to manage the money that you gain from your freelancing, from other side hustles, from investments, from your work or from your job, which is your salary or your paycheck. Okay, and the rule number 1 is the 50-30-20. This is basically the one of the budgeting methods out there, which means that 50% of your income should go to your essentials. 30% of your income should 20% should be saved, and 20% should go to your needs. Okay, so it's 50, 30, 20. This is one of the methods. And this method was not really invented, but was introduced by a U.S. Senator, Madam Elizabeth Warren, from the Professor Warren, I call her Professor, Professor Warren from Boston, Massachusetts. Okay, and it's so powerful that you have 50% of your income going to your needs, 30% going to your wants, and 10% go to your savings. That's straightforward. And the next one is the 70-20-10. It's the same approach applies. 70 goes to your needs, in 20 goes to your wants, and 10% goes to your savings, because your savings is so important. Because without your savings, you don't have any cushion to fall back to when a hard time hits or when there's an emergency for you to meet. And whatever you do, you must learn to save 10% or 20% of your income, because that is so important. Some financial experts advise to save up to 3 to 6 months of your income in case you lose your job, in case of any emergency. I've experienced it myself, and so it is so advisable to do that. The next one is the jar method, which is practically an envelope method of savings, of money management. It simply means you put the amount, say 50% or 20%, 30% of what you're going to spend or what you're going to need. You divide them. This goes to electricity bill, this goes to water bill or utility, this goes to telephone, this goes to Netflix, this goes to weekly groceries or shopping or whatever. You divide them and you put them in different envelopes. And when it's time to settle that bill, you take that envelope that is particularly designated for that particular need. You use that envelope. You don't touch any other envelope in the house. So that's called the envelope method. And the next one is the zero-based budgeting, which means you budget all your income to your needs, to your wants, to everything. Nothing is left to save. You budget everything. Everything has every single dollar or every single pound or every single euro that you have has a purpose, has a job to do. And that's what we call zero-based budgeting. And this is number 4. And number 5 is pay yourself first. Pay yourself first. I would have rather put this first on as number 1, but I put it last. And you might see me looking at my notes down here that I scribbled down. This pay yourself first is whatever money you get or you receive from anywhere, you pay yourself first. Paying yourself first means putting that 10% or 20% straight to your savings account. It goes automatically. It's an automatic thing. It goes automatically so that you don't feel it, because when you don't automate your savings, you won't do it. It's very hard to do. But once you automate it, that even before the money reaches your palm, or before you even see it, it's already in your bank account. It's already in your savings account. That's automation. And that's one of the best ways to save. Okay? So, but I will be covering more on each of these areas. I will be going in more details on each of these areas. Because every single one of these areas, covers a whole book, a whole book of 200, 300, 500 pages on their own. But I'm going to be going into each and every single one of them as we progress on this money management thing, and so that you can have the knowledge you need, whether you're a college student or an employee or a business owner or whatever. You have the knowledge to manage your money effectively, because it's important. Because when you don't manage it, the money will manage you. Okay? So until next time, take good care of yourself and each other. Bye for now.